Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of The Spark. I'm Coach David. Hope you're doing fantastic on today. Hope that everything is moving in the right direction for you, that you are up and at 'em and getting after it on today, designing, building, and living the life that you want to live. I wrote a book about that called You Are the Architect of Your Life. And being the architect, you get to design, you get to build, because you definitely are going to live it. Listen, today I want to come back at you one more time. So go ahead and shout somebody out and let them know Coach David's online, and he is giving us something here on this live feed that's going to help us through our week, that's going to help us with our life. And I truly believe that every time we come to you, every time we talk to you, that we share something with you, that if you will apply it to your life, then things will get better. So I hope you're doing that. Listen, today we're talking about mastering the mental. We're still with that series of lessons, if you will. Today we're going to talk about control the controllable. That's right. Control the controllable. What am I talking about? I mean, there are certain things in life that you can control, and there are also things in life that you cannot control. But when we start talking about control, we're talking about determining the behavior or supervising the running of. We're using it as a verb, as an action word. We want to be in charge of it. We want to make sure that we are running it or supervising it in such a way that we can direct the outcome. Listen, I got news for you, though. There are certain things in life that you cannot control. I don't care how much you want to control it, you just can't. So there's no need in getting yourself all worn out. We're going to talk about that on today, those things that you cannot control. However, here's the good news. There are some things in life that you can control and that you should be controlling. And we're going to talk about those as well. So let's get into this and let's kind of break this down piece by piece. I hope that you got a pencil and paper, something to write with, because this is going to be good and it's going to strengthen you and it's going to help you. Why do we as human beings, excuse me, want to control things that we cannot control? Why do we want to do that? Well, there's a couple of different reasons that I'd like to bring to your attention. And then in the end, after talking about these things, I want to share something with you that I think will be most impactful, especially if you'll use it. We want to be in control because we want to have certainty. Our mind craves that. We crave certainty. Even if it's useless and outside of our control, we still want to be in control of it. And so we need that certainty. So we figure that if we have control of it, then things are certain. But as I shared, there's some things you just can't control. They're outside of your control. And no matter how much you spend time, effort, and energy trying to control them, you're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to get that certainty. Here's another one. A lot of times what we're trying to do, number two, it is we're attempting to avoid discomfort. What do I mean by that? Well, if I can control, let me see, I'm going to give you an example. If I can control your opinion of me, then I can save myself a whole lot of discomfort. That's right. Because I'm in control of how you see me, how you think about me. Now, listen, you can't control that. You just can't. You cannot control what other people think of you. Okay, so quit wasting your time and your energy doing that. But the thing about it is, what I'm looking for when I try to do that, I'm looking to avoid the discomfort of you not liking me. So that's another reason why we try to control things that we can't control. Here's the third thing that I want to share with you. Control makes me feel safe. I got to take some kind of action, even if it's outside of my control. I need to have control because that gives me the illusion that I am doing something that's going to make me feel better. And I will share with you once again, there are just certain things that are outside of your control. You're not going to be able to control it. And so these three things that I've given you, there's many more, but I think those are the top three things. We want certainty. We're trying to avoid discomfort. And we also, that makes us feel good, makes us feel safe if we're doing something. But here's the downside. All of these things, when I'm trying to control these things that are outside of my control, they cost me something. And I need to understand that because what I'm doing, I'm using energy for something other than what it should be used for. Excuse me. And so I want to get this across to you in this way. It's costing you mental energy because you got to spend mental energy to try to control these things. It's costing you a lot of emotional peace. When you are attempting to control things that you can't control, it costs you the emotional peace because there's turmoil going on within you, and you're trying to get a control of that, of something that you can't control. So now your mental energy is going, and you've cost you to lose a lot of emotional peace. Here's the third thing, and I think this is really the most important thing. When you are trying to control things that you cannot control, you are spending a lot of time doing that, time that you should be using and spending to control the things that you can control. I heard somebody say this, and they said, listen, if you will control the things that you can control, then it will influence the things that you cannot control. I thought that was really powerful. If you will take the time that you're spending trying to control something outside of your control, if you'll start controlling the things, and believe me, Coach David's going to tell you those things that you can control. But if you'll spend time controlling that, it will influence the things that you cannot control. Notice I didn't say it would control them, it would influence them. Okay. So now what I want to do, I want to give you a few things that you can't control. You just cannot control it. I don't care how much you try, you can't control this. Number one is the economy. You cannot control the economy. Okay. A lot of people spend a lot of time fretting and worrying about the economy. And what I would recommend is you take that same energy and make sure your economy is right and not spend time trying to deal with the economy out there. When I know the economy is there and I know we got to deal with it, but my point is this right here: you can't control it, but you can spend time controlling the things that you can control pertaining to your economy, and that will influence that economy so that it doesn't have a bearing on your life. Boy, that's good. Here's the next thing you can't control. You can't control the weather. You can't. When it rains, it rains. When it storms. You can't control that. You're just not in control of the weather. Man, I'm telling you, because if I was in control of the weather would always be nice, never too hot, never too cold, and it would only rain at night while I'm asleep. That's what I would do. But I'm not in control of that. So I have to understand that that's not within my power of control. So why do I spend time worrying about it, considering it? Here's another one, and this is a big one for a lot of people. You can't control the past. What happened in the past, you can't control it. You have no bearing on that. It's gone. No, don't quit living in the past because you're missing the present day. You know, I have a saying, don't live in the future, don't live in the past, live present. Wherever your feet are, be there. So my point is this right here. If I can't control the past, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time sweating, worrying, being concerned about what happened in the past. It's gone. Now, I can control what I do today, but I cannot control what happened in the past. So I need to understand that. Global events, you cannot control that. You cannot control what's going on in global events. So many people are wrapped up with everything that's going on around the world today. They are really, really wrapped. And I mean, this is serious stuff. People are breaking down friendships and relationships over global events. You cannot control that. So stop allowing that to control you. That's what you have to do. Now, this last one, this last one is really going to get you. Okay. It's called OPP. You cannot control other people's opinion. You cannot. I know I said OPP because opinion, but you cannot control that. You can't control other people's opinion. So why are you spending? Why are you investing? Why are you wasting time trying to control someone else's opinion of you? I heard Kenneth Copeland say this one time. Your opinion of me matters little to me. And listen, when you start giving your energy and your attention to other people's opinion, boy, you're going to be messed up because you're going to be all over the place. Listen, let me say it like this. There are some people, no matter what you do, they're going to love you and they're going to like you. There's going to be some people, no matter what you do, they're going to hate you and they're going to dislike you. There's just nothing you can do about that. Live for an audience of one. And when you begin to do that, other people's opinion, yeah, I want you to think nice of me. I want you to look at me and say, hey, he's a good person. But if you don't, I can't control that. I can't do anything about your opinion of me. Now, that is where people spend a lot of time. All of those things I just talked about, things outside of their control, and it drains your energy. It increases your stress, and you're spending energy investing in something that you're not going to get a return on. The economy, worrying about that, trying to control that, the weather, the past, global events, other people's opinion, you're not going to get anywhere with that. And I'm getting excited, so let me calm down. Because here's what I want you to understand. You are investing your time and energy in something that you're not going to get a return on. Now, that's the bad news. Let me give you the good news. Here are the things that you can control. You can control your thoughts, the way you think. That's one thing no one can take away from you. The way you think, your thoughts are your thoughts, and you control them. And you can change a whole lot of things just by the way you think. Now, you may not change people, but you're changing you. And the way you think, the Bible says it like this: as a man or woman, as the case may be, as they think, that's exactly how they are. Thoughts are things, and it's driving your life. You're in control of the way you think. You're in control of your thoughts. That leads to the next one. Your actions. You're in control of your actions, how you act, how you react, how you respond. You're in control of that. Listen, you hear people say this sometimes. He made me. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't make you anything. You did that because you did that. So no, he didn't make you. You did that. You're in control of your actions. Here's the next thing you're in control of. You're in control. You have full control of your thoughts, your actions, and your effort. Oh, yes, you have control of that. That energy for figuring out routine, rigorous things, that I'm telling you right now, you have control of your effort. You're in control of that. Here's the next one. Your words. You're in control of your words. Well, he made me say, no, he did not make you say that. You said that because that's what you wanted to say, because you felt like that was going to get you somewhere or get you something. It had nothing to do with somebody else. Quit giving that control away. That's what we spend a lot of time doing. Now, I'm not even going to talk about that, but we do. We spend a lot of time giving our control away, talking about he made me or she made me or they made me. No. I'm in control of my thoughts. I'm in control of my actions. I'm in control of my effort. I'm in control of my words, and I'm also in control of the decisions that I make. The decisions you make today are going to play into your life. Make good decisions. You're in full control of the decisions you make. I hear this a lot of times. A lot of times people say, hey, are you going? And you'd be like, I might. No. Make a decision. No, I'm not going. Why? Because I don't want to. It's not that hard. You know, a lot of times my students, they ask me, hey, are you going to? No. Why not? Because I don't want to. It's a decision that I've made because I don't want to. And I have a right. I'm in control of that. I have taken control. And then here's the final one. Your actions and your actions or your reactions, I should say, and your attitude. You are in full control of that. Remember what I always tell you. Your attitude is going to determine your altitude. You're in control of your attitude. You're in control of your altitude. No one else can be in control of that. So here's the thing about it. When you understand that I control my thoughts, my actions, my effort, my words, my decisions, my attitude, I'm in full control of that. I'm investing in that, because I know I'm going to get get a return on that, that's where I'm putting all my energy at. That's where the power lies. The power for my life lies in controlling the things that I can control. And when I control those things, it does influence my economy. It does influence how I see the weather. It does influence things from the past and how I see them. It does influence my global events, and it does influence other people's opinion of me. So be in control of the things that you can be in control of. Control those things and do a really great job at being in control of the things you can control, and all that other stuff. Just let it go. And you're going to live a life of peace. And not only that, you're investing for a great return in your very own life. Well, I hope this has helped you on today. Control the controllable. And all that other stuff, don't worry about it. Listen, I'm going to get out of here. Share this with somebody if you would. That certainly would bless me and help me and everything. We're moving and we're grooving and we're getting it done. And I want you to be a part of that. But remember this right here. Remember this. You are the architect of your life. What does that mean? Architect. Well, you know what an architect does, right? He sits down and he designs a building, and then people go out and they actually get the material and they build it, and then people end up living in that. Think of your house. Somebody had to design that house, and somebody had to build it, and somebody is living in it, you. So that's the way your life is. Go out and design the life that you want, get the materials and build the life that you want, and live the life that you want. You're the architect of your life. I'm Coach David. I believe in you. I will see you on next week. You have a great week all week long. Bye.